Yo, what's going on, everyone? This is Chef Zombie here, your coach of the Philadelphia Fanpeas, and we are back finally. It's been a minute since I've actually done a proper recording for some Pokemon battles, but yeah, we're back for the NEBA Season 6. Last time did a league recording, I think it was for Season 4, and I just kind of got overloaded with time, and so I wasn't really able to finish the season out, but here we are back for season 6, and with this, I believe we should be. I have a lot more time now. I've finished up high school. I'll be able to hopefully be able to follow through with the league and with the recording. I did finish the league. I just wasn't able to do recordings and stuff, but hopefully I'll be able to come through, finish up, and be able to actually pull off some good stuff this season, and you'll be there to watch. And so this is going to be my draft analysis video. And so we had 11th pick out of 12. How the league goes is there is two teams of two divisions, each with 12 people, and basically you'll just, I believe it's a round robin 11-week schedule where we'll play everyone in our division and once, and then we'll go in like top from each. Well, there's two conferences. They're conferences, not divisions. But each conference will have two divisions, and we'll play everyone in our conference. And then top person from each division. No, top person from each. It's some like basically I think there's 8. Okay, no wait, yeah, no, I had it. Top person from each division will go into playoffs, and the next highest 4 will go into. And so we do that. You play. Semis will be basically 8 people from each conference on each side. Then it becomes 4, then 2. It's not. I don't know why I said semis, but basically in the end, it will be the best person from one conference and the best person from the other conference will go head to head, and the winner, that will be the champion for the season. So yeah, with that, we had 11th pick out of 12. So go in, my first pick, I picked Landorus Therian. And the fact that this thing kind of surprised me that this thing was still on the board at 11th pick. And this thing is just really good with ground flying, intimidating ability. You have really good stats all across the board. Get 91 speed, 105 special attack, 145 base physical attack, 89 HP. Kind of play good versatility in roles, really good move pool. Overall, it's just the fact that it could have gone into round 2 without being picked, and I just could not see that ever happening with a Landorus Therian. And so yeah, I feel like I had to pick that. Now the follow up with this, I wanted to keep going, kind of give something. You have a really thing. The one downside to it really is going to be that 4 times weak to ice, and so for that, I kind of got something that could kind of adds on to our offensive pool, because this is going to be more of a physical attacker. So we want something that would be more based on special attack, as well as being able to be a setup mon, and also something that could be really good for a Z user, because we did get to pick up to 3 Z users. This was a point style draft, and we'd have 30 points up to 35 depending on how many points you had left. We did not have any points left over, and so we decided to go and we had 30 points, so we managed to get 3 Z users still. But oh yeah, by the way, Landorus Therian's name will be Pistachio for the season. And going on to our next mon, we got Manaphy here. I have it holding the Watch Frame Z because it will be one of our 3 Z users. Hydration's really nice because it worked. Only the one downside to it is that it only works for rain. So if we do go against a rain team, it would be nice to bring this thing in and stuff. But if we do not, this thing could set up rain on its own. So we do have that potential there. But overall, this thing is just, it has really good setup in tail load. base 100 across the board, but overall, it is just with his move pool, it can be much more prevalent as a special attacker. But it does have some physical attacks it can run. Like it has knockoff and liquidation. Doesn't really have the setup. It does get U-turn for momentum. That's another thing with Pistachio. U-turn, defog rocks. It has basically all that stuff. And Manaphy base, it does have that base 100, which is a really nice point to kind of like to allow for like speed creeping around that area and stuff. And overall, it has a lot of power and it's a really good mon. And after this, I originally had like this huge plan set out to where I was like thinking I was gonna draft a Rotom Wash, and then I realized, but like I didn't think about this till after because it was like I just wanted to get like my first two picks were back to back, and I was like, what two mons kind of go well together, and I kind of thought these two would go pretty decently together, and so I drafted them, and I kind of like after that I actually went in and actually started planning out like what all I wanted, what all I didn't want, and so I had decided I was gonna get Zero Aura for that really high speed and also really good electric, but that literally I built I built a team based on that, and literally as soon as I finished, next pick that was picked in the draft was Zero Aura, and so I was like, there goes that. And so then I had it down to where I might have wanted Rotom Wash, and then potentially was gonna get rid of Manaphy because just overall in the team I had planned out at the time, it just felt like Manaphy just wouldn't fit in as well. But then that got sniped from me the next pick after I planned that team out. So in the end, I wanted to go for like a really nice electric type here. So I went with Circuitry. Circuitry, sadly, it's not like that fast electric type that I really generally wanted. And as I can go into the draft pool. Like as you see, it's a snake style draft. This is my team. This is like where I was. I planned like Rotom Wash got sniped like 3 picks before me, and I was like kind of salty about that. This is where I planned out my team, and so there wasn't really much else that was like that at the time was here that I really wanted. And then like so at the time I was thinking Circuitry will probably fit well in the team for now, and so we can and I think we kind of planned around that, got some other stuff to actually help with fixing up that kind of rough spot, like not really having a fast electric. It is nice that it has a beast boost. It has a 173 base special attack, which is just outrageous. It's just stupid. And as you see, as we build this thing, as we go through this draft, you are going to notice it's a very hyper offensive team. And I mainly did that just because I enjoy having hyper offense. I've always been a offensive person. I like attacking things. This thing also gets Tail Glow set up if you want to do that. This is already just such a stupid high special attack. You Tail Glow in that thing. You click a Stab Thunderbolt and something's dying. Unless it's a ground type, obviously. Those things aren't going to die. But for ground type, you got like Energy Ball, HP Ice, stuff like that. And it has really good coverage. Overall, just offensively, it's just a really good mon. It just lacks that speed. And so, moving on, I decided I was really getting nervous because I was like, there was a couple megas I was looking at, but the one main mega I wanted to try, I felt like if I didn't draft it this round, it was going to get stolen from me. And so, I decided I did go with Heracross here. And I completely kept forgetting nicknames. I didn't even forgot Manaphy's. Manaphy will be named Gumbo. And our Circuitry's name is Livewire. But Heracross, I'm just going to go out of that, will be named Big Meaty Claws. Overall, just 185 attack. That's just like bonkers. It also has like the 115, 105 special defense, base 80 HP. This thing can take hits. The only downside I think it really has is that it's... Wait, did it have a 4 times weakness? I think I thought of one. I might have forgotten it. I mean, I know it has like, it kind of like covers itself. It's like we have like thought weakness selections weakness. We did have a weakness to grass that was kind of prevalent, so this kind of like helps resist that in a way, and we can like this thing like there is no turn one mega rule. You just have to be holding your mega stone. So if we wanted to, we can come out with this thing, revenge kill something, get a +1, and then mega evolve, and which will allow us to have skill link. When we get skill link, and then we're out here, we're firing guaranteed 5 rock bass. That might as well be a base 125 attack. Base bullets seeds. Just stuff like that. You can just the rock blasts are really good coverage against stuff that's like flying. Oh, like that's 4 times weaker. 4 times weak to flying here, which is covered by Zerkatry, kind of covered by Pistachio and Livewire. And then you just overall you have like strong stabs in Mega Horn. You got close combat, I believe. Yeah, you got Earthquake. Just this thing is just a heavy hitter. It's got toxic setup and sword stance. Overall, there's like a bulk up in case you want to go somewhat defensive as well. It's protection, knockoff. This thing's move pool is just like really good. It could take on almost anything except like a super fast flying type, as it is only a base 75 speed. But other than that, I feel like this thing will do really well. That's the one thing. So after we pick up Mega Heracross, our next plan, even though it would double our bug typing, we were planning on grabbing Ribombee, mainly because I wanted to get that web support, or to allow help Mega Heracross with like outspeeding stuff and such like that. But that ended up getting sniped like 2 picks before me. Like, I have to show that as well. Go through. Here's where I got sniped, and here's my pick. And I kind of does throw away the pick. It is going to be Latios here. Laundry, the Latios. And, I mean, Latios is really good. It does have that really nice 110 base speed, which is a really nice speed tier to have. 130 special attack, 80 HP, 80 defense, 110 special events, stuff like that. It's really nice. It's not exactly what I was looking for, but I realized I couldn't get Ribombee, and I really needed to try and find something to make up for it, to kind of back up. And this thing, it does get like it has Calm Mind set up. It has like Toxic People, good support, sub, gets roar things out, reflects. It does get screens if you wanted to run like a defensive build, magic coat, momentum for like blocking if you want to do stuff like that. Good attacking as well. It gets deflog. And yeah, overall, like this thing, in case I feel like laundry might be a weird name for it, mainly because it's like mixed like the honeydew kind of stuff, like the soul dew. And I kind of like link that, like it kind of sounds a little bit like mildew. Like you link that like mildewy smell, like dirty laundry. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of a nice name for it. But overall, this thing's going to be hitting hard. It's going to be picking up some kills for us, hopefully. And yeah, after that, I had another pick, and I kind of just planned on it. I realized we're in the round 6, and Mimikyu has not been touched. This thing's going to be another Z user. Named it Sticky Rag. And this thing base 90 attack. The base 96 speed, which is kind of like nice, because I mean, it does get sped crept by like base 100, but if you find like a base 100 that doesn't build speed, you can potentially speed creep, which I do like. It's not really like got the best stats, but the fact that it has a disguise where it can take 1 hit for free outside of like Mold Breaker or Terravolt if it's like a Karen Black. Outside of that, the fact that I can go and get like basically if I up against something like a free Swords Dance off, and then that becomes basically a base 180 attack. And then you have stabs from Shadow Claws, Priority Shadow Sneaks, Wood Hammer for stuff that could hit that. You have Play Rough. That's what I couldn't find it for some reason. Leech Life, Recover. You can even get Recovery on this thing. And overall, this is gonna be. I believe Mimikyu Z is allowed. That's why I just put it on there just because it was unique to it. And overall, this thing's just gonna be hitting hard. It's gonna be nice. The fact that it can take hits for free. I can use it if I'm in a situation where if something's gonna get hit, something's probably gonna die. I can use it taking a free hit, like free comfort hit if it's able to. And overall, I just feel like it's gonna be good on the team. Next up, I realized I wanted to get, I like wanted to. I did finish. I didn't even finish any cores yet, and so I'm like, at this point, I'm just like, starting to get kind of low on points. I need to finish my cores. I want some power, so I went and got Maryham, the Roserade, and that's this thing. It does have technician. It can be ran like special attack, like, and it could be ran kind of bulky as well because it does have base 105 special defense, base 90 speed. This does get more setting and spikes, anti-spikes, and this thing has a lot of different attacks on it. This thing can be like I said, both offensively. It has recovery, it has setup. If you want to run physically, you can do that. As Leech Seed, you can like run it defensively, like have stuff like Giga Drain for recovery and synthesis and sub and stuff like that. Toxic, it's got these support because there's a poison type, so it isn't going to be missing these toxics, which is nice. And yeah, that's basically all we really have for Maryham. And after that, I was just like, I wanted like to get a really good fire type because I realized my team is pretty weak with the fire. We have like, it's also really weak. It's another thing I realized is it's kind of weak to flying now. But I really realized like weak to fire here, weak to fire here. These guys can this can resist and this can resist, so it's like kind of like there. But overall, we're also, I don't know. I just felt like we needed a strong fire type to finish our fire water grass core. That is. So we got Britney Spears, the Salazzle. Well, I do like Salazzle because it just have that corrosion ability, which does allow us to poison both poison types and steel types. So that kind of like doesn't allow them to be safe. It does have a 117 speed. Kind of also like it helps. Get out speeds. It helps us like speed creep in case people are trying to speed creep against our Latios and stuff. We can speed creep that and also then allow them to be outsped by our Salazzle. 111 special attack, which is nice because it does have like, it has some nice stuff like overheat, heat wave, flamethrower, sludge bomb, sludge wave. Gets support with like Will-O-Wisp, toxic, sub. Nasty plot for setup, can be knockoff. It has like some good physical stuff as well. We do get Dragon Pulse, which allows us to get some other stuff there. And overall, it's just I really enjoy it. I feel like it will do stuff. We can run like a toxic Venoshock set because we can toxic basically whatever's in front of us, and then we can Venoshock for stab poison. Gonna be a base 130 attack on a 111 special attack if we can even set up or with an item. It's gonna be really powerful. And after that, I realized I didn't really have the most for both setting and removing hazards. I had Maryham for setting them. I had Pistachio for setting them. Removal wise, I only really had both Latios and Pistachio, and so I realized I need more of both. So I went with Golden Boy the Fortress. And this thing gets sturdy, which allows it to basically take one hit for free. It gives us a rapid spinner. It does give us a stealth rocker, spikes, toxic spikes, all the hazards there. So this team can be really prone to like setting hazards and stuff. It's really good defensively with a base 140. You can be a physical attacker, not really that much well though. So it can be like maybe catching stuff off guard. Maybe like someone brings in like let's say if I was battling myself, like I brought a Salazzle in on this thing, I can go for an Earthquake. This thing's also 4 times weak to ground. That's another, like, our team is pretty weak to ground here. But we do have resistances, and Gumbo and Pistachio's immune, Laundry's immune, Maryham hits it neutral. But this team, it can have its weaknesses, but it's all kind of covered well, I feel. It does give us another Volt Switcher, some more momentum there. It has some attacks, like some good coverage in ground types and normal and steel, good gyro ball, rock type attacks and stuff. You can eat berries. That's something you don't really normally see though. But other than that, afterwards we had 1 point left, and one of the things I always feel like I need is a nice dark type on a team. And for 1 point, I felt like I felt like this was like all necessary in order to make my team decent. But in the end, I found 1 point. I really wanted a dark type, and I really thought it'd be some fun to play. So we got Plan Z squared. This is only like an inside joke within the league, because last season I drafted as a joke Zigzagoon and named it Plan Z. And I actually ended up bringing it to a game, and it ended up actually killing a Talonflame, and I felt really proud of that. And so I decided to keep with the Z's, going Z squared, going Zoroa. This is going to be our third Z user, because with Gumbo and Sticky Rag, we had 1 point remaining, and Zoroa was 1 point. And so we just flat up put a Z crystal on. It does have a base 80 special attack, as well as I believe it does get set up a nasty plot, yes. This thing, though, it can be... It's just a weak... It's not... It doesn't really take hits well, so like base 40 and all its defensive stats. It's not really made to take hits, but it's like... It's something we can bring in, potentially. Like, heck, if you were to run like a Mon that like got nasty plot, like, you know, trick someone out with it. I'm trying to... Like... I can't remember who all learns nasty plot. God. I just said someone did. Yeah, like if I came in on as a Salazzle nasty plot, they think, oh, he's just setting up. Let me switch out to like a Manaphy, and then I'm +2, and I can fire off a Z like HP. Well, not Z, like a Z Grass Knot, and it's gonna be like this thing is not really like Zoro's pretty small compared to Manaphy, I believe. And so it'll do like quite a bit of damage, and it'll like maybe knock it out and stuff, and they'll be like, oh, what the heck, how did the Salazzle Z move? And then they're like, oh wait, it's Zoroa. And yeah, so, oh, there's that. That's freaking, of course, no surprise there. This hopefully won't happen during any of my battles. But, okay, yeah. Anyway, that's going to be the team. I might be a little slow, at least for this first week uploading, because I might be, like, this is probably going to, I don't know exactly when this is going to go up, but it depends on, like, because I am shortly moving, but outside of that, I don't really have anything going on for this league, so hopefully we'll be able to record the whole thing. I'll probably record my battles as I do them, and I'll just, like, find a time to start uploading. And upload like week by week, and from there. And so yeah, I really hope you guys, this is probably a scuffed video, I'm just really tired, and I just was like, I need to get this done because I have a really busy day ahead of me, and so I'm like, I want to get it done as soon as possible, and so I'm kind of just rushing through trying to get it done. But I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, be sure to hit like, and if you aren't, be sure to subscribe. This is Chef Zombie, your coach of the Philadelphia Fan Peas, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.